it's raining too.
Hi guys, this is my 6-day update since starting our dogs on the raw diet. I decided to go with the Prey model raw diet, and that's just giving a piece of meat with the bone in, not grounded meat, just like a big chunk of meat. So I started Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with the leg quarters, the chicken leg quarters, and those were from frozen, previously frozen. I picked it up frozen at Winco, and they did fine. Their Friday night, Saturday night, the poop was lighter in color and softer, a little bit runny, mucousy at the end, and that's for the transitioning for their intestines. I expected that. And so Sunday, I actually gave the leg quarters, chicken leg quarters, but it was purchased fresh, so it had only been in my freezer for like a day or two. And then so Monday morning I woke up to diarrhea in Biko and Emma's crate, and so Monday I fasted them, and Tuesday I gave, since their poop was a little bit better, and I wanted them to adjust, their stomach to still adjust. Tuesday I gave them the Hong Kong market chicken backs, which had been in my freezer only 2 to 3 days. And so right after I gave them that, after some point after Wednesday, I researched online and I read about you should freeze your raw meats for 1 to 2 weeks to make sure you kill all the bacteria. So that was my mistake. I did not freeze the chicken, the fresh chicken that I purchased. I didn't freeze it long enough. So I'm gonna keep my frozen chicken there for longer. And so I'm starting today the dogs on the beef with the organ meat, pre-frozen meat, and see how they process that and how their stool looks like in the next few days, and I'll give you an update. One more thing I forgot to mention about, since I've been feeding my dogs the raw diet, their poop when they ate the good chicken, not when I gave them the fresh chicken that wasn't frozen long enough, but when I gave them the frozen chicken, those first 2 days of their poop after giving them the frozen chicken that's been pre-frozen, their poop did hardly have a smell. And I was outdoors, and usually I can smell when my dogs are, you can smell, it's really bad. But their poop from the raw chicken and the vegetables, I hardly smelled a thing. That was wonderful. Just thought I'd add that in. And it was less poop than today. I'm gonna do beef. This week we're gonna do beef because they didn't do too well with the chicken. Either I didn't freeze it long enough for the third feeding, which is probably the case, so I'm gonna let the chicken freeze. I'm gonna buy some more chicken for next week. But this week I'm gonna do beef. So this beef is from the frozen beef from the pet store, from the natural, can't remember the name of it. Oh, well, let's go check my freezer. Check it out. It's right here, Northwest Naturals. That's the one I'm going to use. And thawed out a bunch for the big dogs. 3 big dogs. This one's for Shelly. So I'm going to add like maybe a spoon to teaspoon of chopped vegetable. What I did was I got some vegetables. Some I chopped off the stem, rinsed it very well, and I put in a chopper. And I'm going to get a couple teaspoons for maybe Shelly, and I'm going to add, since there's no bone in this one, and there's a combination, this frozen pet food comes with frozen organs too, organ meat, so I'm going to add some, like maybe a spoon for each, and see how they do and digest it better than the chicken.